how do you get the starting job at quarterback as a freshman at a D3 powerhouse?
Honestly, I had starting camp. I had two really good guys in front of me. I was the
Mhm.
third string coming into camp,
Yeah.
and the starter ended up tweaking his hamstring, and then the number two ended up taking over the job for the first couple games, and then we're kind of splitting reps half and half. And
Hmm.
third game, I ended up getting the nod in the second half of that game, and then I ended up taking the starting job and keeping it ever since. So that's kind of how I originally got the job was the third game of my freshman year.
And then how do you keep that like as a freshman and sophomore being an underclassman?
I would say honestly, just showing up to work every day. I mean, bringing a positive mindset, trying to be the leader the best I can for the guys. I would say honestly, the biggest thing is just not allowing people to kind of outwork you. My goal is always to try to outwork everybody, and I kind of think that's what's kept me in my position.
Okay. And what are some of your keys to throwing successfully at the college level?
I would say honestly, feet is everything. They tie to in our offense, we tie our feet to all our progressions down the field. So as long as my feet are right, our timing's right, and I really trust our O line to protect, and I really trust our receivers to win matchup battles. So it really helps me having a great O line and great pass catchers to go get the ball. So they make my job easy. But
And then why stay at Oshkosh all this time? Because surely the D3 National Offensive Player of the Year has gotten some interest from other schools to maybe further his playing career, get up at a higher level. So why stay the whole time?
Honestly, I just love it here. I actually was in the transfer portal after our head coach retired after my sophomore year, and
Okay.
I had some interest from schools and stuff, but honestly, nothing really compared to Oshkosh. I love it here. I feel like it's home here. I've felt it since my freshman year, and even when I did get in the portal, I was kind of, I don't know, not really looking to leave, just kind of seeing what could be out there. But honestly, I just love it here. It feels like home. I love my teammates more than anything. They make practice meetings fun to come to, and the coaching staff we have here is awesome. So, no way I could leave those guys. I love them too much. So,
I gotcha. And then your stats have improved every year since you were a freshman. Yards per game, touchdowns. Like, how do you get that steady growth and improvement each year, especially after being so good the year before, improving on that?
yeah, I would say honestly, it comes back to that outworking everybody else mindset. And that
Mhm.
includes myself. Like, I want to continue to improve, obviously, from year to year, and I think the experience really helps. This is the WEAC is one of the toughest conference, if not the toughest conference in Division Three. So I mean, going up against a great defense every single week, we know that we're going up against a great team every single week. So I think that really helps to experience that and see a lot of different defenses and see a lot of different great players in this conference. So I would say that experience really helps that growth and after year.
Like I mentioned before, you've already won the National Offensive Player of the Year award. So what are some of your goals now, team and
Um,
individually?
Yep. So we have a team goal right now, and it's 12. We have 11 conference championships right now. So we know if we're able to win this WEAC conference and achieve 12, we know that there's a chance that we're able to make the playoffs, obviously, and make a run into the playoffs. So that's our goal. Is we know if we win this conference that anything can happen in the playoffs. So that's our ultimate goal. And then individually, my goal is to just keep pushing myself and pushing our players to kind of up the standard every day in practice. That's the biggest thing. We really believe in being the best practice team in America. And I think we need to reinforce that every day in practice and really take those reps seriously because we know ultimately that's what prepares us for the game day. So I think that those are my goals. I try to keep it day to day and focus on in the moment. So that's kind of our ultimate goal is to achieve 12.
I gotcha. And then if you want to take me through some of your favorite moments at Oshkosh and when you had the game where you had your receiving touchdown
Yep.
and what you saw there and what was going on, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that game was awesome. I had 6 touchdowns that game and I had one passing, receiving, and rushing. So that was pretty cool. I mean, it was kind of cool for all our teammates to, because that doesn't happen without execution from everybody.
Yeah.
That's kind of the cool moment out of that is that we have a lot of stuff going on and everyone's able to execute doing a lot of creative stuff. So I would say that was a pretty cool moment. Back to 2019, my freshman year, one of the best moments was actually beating Whitewater and kind of clinching that conference championship and ultimately making it to the playoffs. That was a great feeling. And then another great one was against Stout a couple of years ago. We were down six and or it was four, something like that. And we ended
Mm.
up scoring a touchdown with 14 seconds left of the game, 70-yard touchdown to win the game. That was a pretty cool moment to kind of reflect on and talk about with the guys and stuff and relive those moments. So that's cool. But we're hoping to make a lot more memories this year, and hopefully there's a few more favorite games after this year.
Yeah, that actually leads me into my next question, which was how do you feel about your current season so far? 2-1 with the bye week right now, and then Whitewater coming up next.
Yeah, I feel great about it. I feel great where our team's at. We lost to a great team in Wheaton. They're a very good team, very well coached team. I don't think we played our best game that day. That's including me. I think a lot of that falls on me. The other two games against two Texas schools, they're very good teams. We were able to take care of business, which is proves a lot because they're two teams from very good conferences. So I would say I feel very good. We just finished up the bye week this week, so it was nice. We had morning practices all week, so we were able to
Hmm.
focus on school in the afternoon and stuff. So it was cool. It was a good bye week. I feel really good going into this week, and I think a lot of the guys are pretty confident in themselves, which shows a lot.
Sure. And then how do you manage school and football at the same time? I'm interested every time I interview a college athlete how they go about doing that.
Yeah, no, and the coaches emphasize that a lot. Obviously, with if you don't get hit the books, you're not going to be able to play on game day. So that's the biggest thing. I think a lot of that is time management. If you have time before meetings, I'll just try to crank out my homework before practice and stuff, so I don't have to worry about it after, and I can watch film, hang out, eat dinner. But I would say just really managing your time while taking care of business when it's got to get done and not procrastinate until the last minute. I did that a lot. I learned a lot about that as my freshman year, procrastinating, how it doesn't work very well. So it
Yeah.
was it learned through trial and error, experience again.
Okay. And what are some of your goals, maybe football wise and just personally, after college, if you want to keep playing or what do you want to do?
I would obviously love to keep playing if the opportunity presented itself.
Sure.
That's something I've dreamt about my whole life. That would be a cool thing. But say that opportunity doesn't present itself, I really want to get into coaching. That's been a
Okay.
passion of mine. I love seeing players grow. My dad and uncle were both football coaches as I grew up in life, so I got to be around it really early on in my life. So that's whenever I do get done playing, I really want to get to coaching and follow that path and see where that takes me.
Okay. Yeah, that's respectable. And then I think my last question here is, how many 8-year-olds do you think it would take to kill you in a fight?
I don't know. I don't know. Do they have any weapons or anything or
No,
anything
just
like
normal 8-year-old stuff. Blocks crayons, maybe.
that? Toys?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, I I don't know. I would say like I don't know. I would want to respect myself, maybe like 20. Hope I can fight
Okay.
a couple of
Okay. That's probably the lowest answer I've heard. 20. That's been a
them.
lot of credit to the 8-year-olds there. Maybe some of
Yeah.
them are from Detroit. We don't know.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, you never know. You never know.
All right, thank you, man. Thanks for doing
Yeah.
this with me.
No problem. Anytime.